Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan Dang and I'm a type 1 diabetic of 15 years, and today I thought it'd be fun to make a video explaining what type 1 diabetes is. I'm sure if you're here on my channel, you probably know what diabetes is, but just in case there's anybody who doesn't really know what diabetes is or is newly diagnosed, stumbled upon my channel, I thought it'd be fun to kind of make a video explaining it to you all and kind of giving you the rundown of everything that has to do with diabetes. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below and I'll be sure to respond. So thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy. The most basic question is, what is type 1 diabetes? Also known as juvenile diabetes, because it's most commonly diagnosed when you are a kid, but adults can still be diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disability of the immune system. So basically, if you're type 1 diabetic, your body is mistakenly identifying healthy cells as bad ones and attacking them for some reason. Those cells are insulin producing cells known as beta cells. And basically, if you're diabetic and have type 1 diabetes, your body is destroying and killing those beta cells. This results in the pancreas making little or no insulin, which is needed to function. When the pancreas doesn't produce insulin, your blood sugar ends up going really high, which basically is the result of having diabetes. So when you're diabetic, what you have to do is manually give yourself insulin because your pancreas isn't naturally producing it. Versus people who don't have type 1 diabetes, their body doesn't attack those beta cells because their body is producing insulin. This leads to the second question of, why is your body doing this and why are type 1 diabetics having diabetes? So the exact cause of type 1 diabetes is actually unknown. The body's immune system, which naturally fights and destroys unhealthy and bad cells, is for some reason going against these good cells in diabetics' bodies. While the exact cause of diabetes isn't known, people think that it might have to do with genetics, your family, your history. There can be a variety of factors, but what you should take away from this is that type 1 diabetics didn't do anything that could have prevented them from having diabetes, because type 1 diabetes is just a disease that for some reason happens and there's no known cause for it. Currently, there's a lot of research being done, but no cure has been found yet. Now, some people might be wondering, what are the symptoms of diabetes, of type 1 diabetes, and how do I know if I have it? Type 1 diabetes symptoms are caused by having high blood sugar levels because you aren't on the insulin pump yet or getting shots of manual insulin. Your blood sugar goes really high before you know that you have this condition. You may experience a variety of different symptoms, such as a lot of weakness, tiredness, always wanting to drink water and being really thirsty, which results in you having to use the restroom a lot. Abdominal pain is another one. Nausea or vomiting, blurred vision, and irritability or quick mood changes. So in a video that I made in the past, I talked about my diagnosis story, and when I was 3, I was drinking so much water and having to use the restroom all the time. So this was a big symptom of type 1 diabetes. A lot of people mistake these symptoms of type 1 diabetes as having the flu or being nauseous. So if you have these, chances are you probably don't have type 1 diabetes, but there is a possibility that you might if you're experiencing these symptoms. So how can type 1 diabetes be treated? Since there's no cure for type 1 diabetes has to be closely monitored all the time. So this means either being on the shots, being on an insulin pump. A lot of people use continuous glucose monitors to track their blood sugars. You also have to test your blood sugar, and you just have to do all these fun diabetic stuff if you have type 1 diabetes. So I don't really have that many other big questions for type 1 diabetes, but if you guys have any questions for me and are still wondering about any questions you have about type 1 diabetes, please leave it down below and I'll be sure to respond to you. And if any other diabetics in the community have any insight or information that they could provide for others, you should be sure to leave it down below so that we can help each other out and promote awareness for this condition. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!